Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. I hope you're having a positive and productive day so far. My name is Kel with the Planner Isle, and today I figured I'd do a really quick walkthrough of how I prep and set up my planners for the next month. I was hoping to film this before May 1st, but life happened, so better late than never. I also have several home office and functional planning videos in the lineup, including my beginner planner series, so make sure to subscribe and do all the YouTubey things so you don't miss out. As always, I will be including links to the products I use down below, and please leave me a comment with any questions or topics you'd like for me to include in my next video. Without further ado, let's hop in. So although I do pre-plan, I usually start setting up for the next month about 5 days before the 1st. I always like to start with my finance section since that can determine a lot of my other plans for the month. After updating my expense tracker, I fill in what I can under my fixed expenses on my budget overview, and then during the first week of the next month, I'll reconcile my expense log, fill in my variable expenses, and total everything for the month. I also print my budget overview for the next month about a week before the 1st as well. I don't print these in advance just in case something changes. For example, if I have a new bill to add to my fixed expenses or maybe a different category that I'm budgeting for the month, I can include it in my printout. My budget overview and expense tracker are both available as a freebie in my resource library, so feel free to head over to the website and download those if you're interested. I only have them in A5 for now, but I am working on adding more sizes, so be sure to check back. So after I print my pages, I fill in my projected amounts in my budgeted column for my fixed and variable expenses and list my bills for the month on my wall calendar. That way, all of my bills are visible when I'm working throughout the day, so nothing gets missed. Once that's updated, I move on to my overview and scheduling section in my main agenda. So here I'm just flipping through my yearly and quarterly spread to make sure I've completed or made note of any outstanding tasks for the prior month, and then I do the same on my current monthly, making sure I've paid all of my bills and either checked off or moved my to-dos for the month. For the tasks I didn't complete, I always highlight those and move them to my to-dos on the back of the next month's spread first, and then I list my priorities for the month at the top. It's busy season at work right now, so this month is going to be packed with work tasks and end of year prep. I also am quite behind on the website updates and inserts, so I'll be focusing on that towards the end of the month as well. Next, I use a variety of stickers to mark upcoming important dates. I use these little dots to mark bills due, but I only list those that I have to physically pay. Since I have my complete list of bills on my wall calendar, I leave everything that's auto-drafted off of here since I don't have to take action on those. And then I mark birthdays on here, work deadlines, appointments, holidays, and vacation days. I am taking several days off this month around Memorial Day since May is going to be a very stressful month. I'll definitely need a breather to break up the chaos. The only other thing that I mark on here are days that I go to the office. I typically go in once a month or so to meet with my co-managers and my team, and then anything else of special significance like anniversaries or trips or something I'll list on here as well. Flipping over, I split these two columns into work tasks and home. I list those most time sensitive first, and I'll continue to add things throughout the month. Next, I move on to my weekly layout, and similar to my monthly, I make sure everything in the prior weeks has been completed and checked off. Anything that's still outstanding, I highlight and move to the following week. These inserts have a cover page with lines at the bottom. You can use these for a number of things, but I like to list affirmations or personal goals I want to pay attention to for the month, and then flipping over, I'll go ahead and list whatever plans that I'm aware of on my weekly spread. Both my monthly and weekly inserts are by Infinite Lotus. I've used the monthly layout for a couple of years now, but this is my first year using this weekly layout, and I'm really pleased so far. I highly recommend this if you're looking for a layout where you have space for different types of plans and meetings, and a dedicated space for to-dos and your priorities as well. So after I prep my budget and schedule for the new month, I prep my wellness planner. There's not really too much I do here except add my totals in my daily planner and then log the totals in my yearly logs. You may notice that I did change planners here. Previously, I was tracking fitness in my VDS, but it was way too big and high maintenance to use it for that purpose, especially since I do use markers and colored ink in this one. So I decided to use the cloth and paper spiral planner and this cover from my roadmap, and then I repurposed my VDS planner for my content planner, which is the last area I update as I prep for the month. If you watched my 2024 planner setup video, you may remember me having these in my project section in my main agenda. I did like them there, but I felt like I needed more space to write out my ideas and thoughts around content that I just didn't have the space for in my main agenda. Keeping my monthly overview in here, it allows me to keep everything related to the planner aisle, all my notes, sketches, schedules, and everything else all together, and almost have it as more of a workbook setup as opposed to just the calendar. So here I review the prior month and add any updates to the calendar, and then I'll follow the same check and highlight process that I do in my main agenda. Lastly, I flip to the back of the current month and write down the top 3 areas that I plan to focus on, and then my individual goals and tasks for each area of the planner aisle. And with that, my agenda and supplemental planners are fully prepped and up to date. I'll make a couple of updates to my Outlook calendar and reminder apps, and I'm ready to go for the month. So this was just a quick monthly overview setup. I do plan on filming a detailed walkthrough of my content planner setup once I finalize all the sections, but if you want a breakdown of a specific section, make sure to let me know in the comments. And that is it, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps my channel out a lot, and it gives me better insight into the types of videos that you all want to see. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram for planner tips and inspo, sending positive vibes your way. Until next time, have a wonderful rest of your day.